There's a moment in every underdog's life, a turning point that quietly changes everything, not the kind you see in movies, with dramatic music and fireworks. No, real turning points are subtle, silent, like a late night in a dim garage, a dying phone at 3%, and a Reddit post that doesn't seem important until it is. Aidan Carter wasn't born into wealth, fame, or a last name that opened doors. He was born in the quiet suburbs of Tallahassee, Florida, to middle-class parents who divorced when he was 12. By the time he turned 20, life had backed him into a corner. No college degree, no job, just a borrowed couch in his cousin's garage, and the kind of hunger that either breaks you or builds you. He didn't have capital, but he had Wi-Fi, and an obsession with one thing, building something real. The garage was cluttered, humid, and smelled like oil and old pizza boxes. Wasn't the grindset kind of garage from tech startup lore. This one had no whiteboards, no vision boards, just a couch too short to stretch out on and a flickering light bulb overhead. Aidan had hit rock bottom after getting fired from his last part-time job delivering furniture. He had exactly $47 in his checking account and a cracked iPhone. He refused to give up, not because of its value, but because it held everything. His ideas, notes, bookmarks, and links to a world that still felt possible. That summer, while his friends partied, or posted filtered beach selfies, Aidan went dark. His day began at 11 a.m. and ended around 4 a.m., not because he was lazy, but because his insomnia had mutated into a kind of obsession. He started going down rabbit holes. Web3, decentralized storage, token economies, on-chain activity. It wasn't random. He wasn't scrolling TikTok. He was chasing logic. It started with Reddit. A post titled, "This guy flipped $800 to $38,000 on a microcap crypto project." Unlike the usual flex posts, this one included real screenshots, project links, GitHub threads, and white paper citations. Most people scrolled past it. Aidan didn't. He clicked every link, saved every comment, started tracking the patterns. For weeks, he studied not as a gambler but as a builder. He'd seen enough rug pulls and meme coin chaos to know 99% was hype. But 1%, that was something else. The real coins, the utility ones, storage tokens, data compression tokens, decentralized, identity layers. These weren't being they were being ignored. And where others saw boredom, Aidan saw opportunity. He created a Notion workspace labeled Bytemap. It tracked white papers, tokenomics, developer commits, GitHub repos, and Discord activity. Within weeks he could sniff out fake hype versus organic growth. He wasn't building a portfolio, he was building a radar. It was 3:41 a.m. when Aidan hit post on his first real crypto research thread on Twitter. The title was simple: "Why Nobody's Talking About Storage Token X and Y. That's a Good Thing." He broke it down like a teacher, not a shiller, what the token actually did, who was building it, how it solved a real problem. Where it was being overlooked, he added graphs, GitHub commit screenshots, even flaws. It wasn't flashy, but it was real. By morning, it had 400 retweets. By noon, it had 1,500. A YouTube analyst picked it up. Then a crypto newsletter featured it. Aidan's DMS blew up. People weren't just praising him, they were asking for more. More breakdowns, more research, more logic. That's when he realized people didn't want hype, they wanted clarity. Chapter 4, Launching BYTE, approx 900 words, he called it. ByteLab, just a Google Doc at first. Then a basic Gumroad course on how to research microcap tokens without getting scammed. No pump groups, no signals, just raw tools. How to read a white paper, how to assess GitHub commits, how to tell the difference between a developer and a marketer. He priced the course at $27. He made $1,200 in the first day, $12K in the first month, all from a couch in a garage. ByteLab grew into a newsletter, then a Notion template bundle, then affiliate tools for legit research platforms. He reinvested every dollar. New mic, better camera, Airtable dashboards, custom tools. And when his cousin offered him a spot in their shared apartment, he said, "Not yet. I'm not done building this version of me." ByteLab wasn't just a product, it became a brand. People trusted him because he never flexed. No Lambo pics, no Dubai skylines, just charts, case studies, accountability. He posted both his wins and losses. The tweet that went viral, a screenshot of a bad trade with the caption, "Not every bet works out, but every loss teaches." That's the difference. That humility made him different. He started getting podcast invites. Big creators asked him for collabs. Investors tried to buy ByteLab, he said no. Every time. In the 11th month, he hit $97,000. In month 12, he crossed $150,000, and then, he bought it, a white Rolls-Royce Ghost, his dream car, not because he needed it, but because it was a trophy, not for success, but for survival. He could have stopped there, but Aidan never wanted to be a solo millionaire. He wanted to build a team, so he did. He hired his friends, the quiet coder who always helped him debug, the girl from his Discord server who designed all his visuals, the cousin whose garage couch once kept him warm. He got an office space in Miami, not huge, but it had sunlight, coffee, and whiteboards covered in ideas. Byte Lab became a real company, not just about crypto anymore, but about strategic thinking, digital tools, and ethical monetization. He started a mentorship program for young creators, not to sell dreams, but to show them how to build slow, smart, and real. They didn't sell templates. They taught frameworks. They didn't chase hype. They built conviction. People often asked Aidan, "What's your secret?" He'd smile and say, "There is none. I was just consistent when everyone else quit." He didn't believe in luck. He believed in data, in process, in showing up when it wasn't sexy. He never called himself a genius, just obsessed. Because obsession, when channeled right, becomes discipline. And discipline is what builds empires. He still sleeps 5 hours. Still reads white papers. Still replies to DMIs from kids who remind him of himself. He's not on yachts. He's in Google Docs. Building tools. Fixing bugs. Teaching others how to do it better. Aidan still drives the Rolls-Royce. But when asked about it, he just shrugs. "It's just a car," he says. "The real win was proving to myself that I could do it. Because this isn't just a story about crypto, or a couch, or a coin. This is a story about consistency. About doing the boring things no one applauds. About being obsessed with truth in a world full of noise. It's a story about building when no one believes in you. And finally, proving them all wrong."